LauncesMechanist here, bringing you another World of Warships Legends video. This time, it's going to be something a little bit different. This is actually going to be a bit of a training video, a sort of a how-to. Got some of my buddies interested in the game, and they said they'd do it if I provided a bit of a tutorial on what to do. Naturally, this tutorial will be going on my YouTube channel. But it's not going to be exclusive to my to my buddies who wanted to work, who wanted to play the game. Anybody who really wants to learn how to, you know, the basics on how to move their ship, fire the weapons, that sort of stuff, can enjoy the video. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the explanation. Okay, so then, firstly, the first thing you're going to notice is the basic screen. Now, what you have in the center is your targeting reticule. This follows your camera, which is controlled by the right analog stick. For those of you who do not know the basic directions of a ship, forward is to the bow, to the left is port, to the right is starboard, and to the back is the stern. Now then, as you can see, the camera is controlled by the right analog stick. By clicking the analog stick, you go into a first-person view that watches over one of the cannons. This can be either the forwardmost cannon or the rearmost cannon. Basically watching the bow and stern of the ship. Now then, the left analog stick controls the rudder, which steers the direction of your ship. Pull the stick to the left to turn to port. Push the stick to the right to turn to starboard. Now then, back to the screen. What you see up above you is the basic heads-up display. In the upper middle, you have the scoreboard. This shows your ship and your teammates' ships, based on if you're in a division or not. If you're in a division or fleet, your ships will be green. Allied ships will be in blue. Enemy ships will always be in red. You also have a match clock, which counts down from 15 minutes to 0. You also have a objective points or capture points if this is such a map. A, B, C, sometimes D if it's a big map. And then you have the scoreboard. Each team starts with 300 points. First team to get to 1,000 points wins the match. Or if you reduce the enemy team, or if they reduce your team to 0 points, you lose. Next is the upper left-hand corner. You have the mini-map. This shows your direction. Your position, your teammate's position, your sight range, indicated by the little blue eye, your weapon effective range, indicated by the little cannon icon, plus the waypoints as they are arrayed on the map. This is a top-down view. In the lower left-hand corner, you have your information, whether or not your communications are open, indicated by the speaker with a line through it. As in my case, my comms are off, because, well, even though I don't have nobody else here with me, I wouldn't want anybody to hear what I'm talking about. You also have your emblem, your gamer tag, your ship's health, your class of ship, your ship's tier, and the name of your ship, as well as your ship's consumables. This is the Tier 2 American Cruiser Milwaukee. She is Tier 2. She is a cruiser, as indicated by the little icon, the ship icon with a single line through it. And she has one consumable, that is the damage control party. This stops flooding, puts out fires, restores destroyed weaponry, but more on that in another video. In the middle in the lower middle of the screen, you have the top-down reference. This shows the compass, which heading you are, whether it north, south, east, west, etc. What cannons you have. Cannons that are currently aimed where they can fire are shown in white. Those that cannot fire are shown in yellow or orange. As you can see, as the cannons align, they turn white. But again, more on that in another video. This video is all about how to get your ship moving. That falls to the lower right-hand corner. You have your telegraph, or your engine operating telegraph, and your speedometer. Now, for ships, there are 4 forward speeds. There is half speed, quarter speed, half speed, 3/4 speed, and full speed. There is only one reverse speed, and that is full speed reverse. Your ship is roughly half as fast going backwards as it is forward. Now, for PlayStation, to accelerate, tap the X button one time, tap it again to bring it up to full speed. To slow her down and stop, press the circle button. To bring her down slow, to stop, and bring her to reverse. As you can see, the speedometer drops or rises depending on what your speed is. We're going to go ahead and set her to full speed ahead. Get her moving here. Now for Xbox players, this is going to be the A button and the B button. A to go fast, B to slow down. You're still going to have the right analog stick for the camera, and the left analog stick, as I said, controls the direction. Now that we're moving, you can actually see the ship starting to turn as we move the rudder back and forth. Back and forth. Now always, ships' weapons are always going to turn in the direction of the reticule. So even if you're turning, cannons that are not aligned will become aligned eventually. Now, some more basic controls for the camera. Let's see. That's the wrong button. The L1 button switches to the overview camera. This zooms out so you get a much bigger picture of your ship, but at the same time your guns stay locked while they're zoomed out. You're zoomed out. Zoom back in, and even if you zoom out, the guns still rotate to that area. As you can see, we're now at top speed, 22 knots. The Milwaukee's an old ship. She's not a fast one, but she's faster than some ships in the game. So, we're going to go ahead. We're entering the B cap. We're going to start capping this point. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring her to a stop. Go ahead and put her in reverse, slow her down even quicker. Alright. Now, as you can see, the blue border is the border for B cap is now turning blue. That means we are actively capturing it. In the middle below the camera reticule, you can see a timer. This shows how long it takes to capture a base. Usually it is 1 minute for a regular base, and it is 2 minutes for a actual enemy base in case of a capture the base match. Once it is captured, you get a notification, Area B captured by allies, or if the capture point is turning red, that means the enemy.
5 minutes.
If the point is turning red, that means the enemy is capturing. And if they capture it, it will say the enemy has captured a point. So, let's go ahead and review. The camera is controlled by the right analog stick, moving the camera around and then back. The camera can zoom in by clicking the right stick. This is the view from the forward gun, and this is the view from the rear gun. Alright. To accelerate, press the X button to accelerate. Bring your ship up to speed. To slow down or stop, press the circle button. To turn your ship left or right to port or to starboard, use the left analog stick to the left or to the right. Pulling the stick backwards or forwards does not do anything. To zoom out, use the L1 button, or for Xbox this would be the left bumper, to switch into the overview camera. Now then, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get moving again. This time we're going to go ahead and try to head up to the C point, or at least we're going to be going that way once the match ends. But anyway, this is basically how to move your ship about in World of Warships Legends. It is simplistic controls. You don't have to worry about fuel. You don't have to worry about ammunition. Just monitor your health. Make sure you're going the right speed. And as always, keep your guns pointed towards the enemy. Now, a bit of an advanced tip. The faster you're turning, the wider your turning radius. If you're going full speed and you hit the rudder, you are going to have a very wide turning radius. But if you slow it down, you can actually sharpen your turn. Again, the ship has a full top speed going forward of 22 knots. If you try to go in reverse, that is about half that, so 11 knots. Anyway, I hope you all got that. I hope I haven't left anything out. If not, I will be making addendum videos, and I will also be making follow-up videos. This video has covered the basics of movement. The next video will cover gunnery practice, using the map. Gunnery practice and using the map. Ammunition types, and how to combat. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this helps some of you learn how to control your ships better. or control your ships if you're new to the game. And if you like what I'm doing, and if you like what you see, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to punch the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in the next video.